Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something specific, the high-stakes job interview.
Yeah, and it's more than just, trying to get a job. Our sources frame it as a unique kind of strategic dialogue, almost like
Like a microcosm of the whole professional world.
exactly, a performance where you, the candidate, are essentially the product.
And every single word counts. It's the currency you're using.
Right. So our mission here, really, is to give you the tools, the specific language, the etiquette, the kind of strategic thinking you need
To turn that interview from feeling like an interrogation.
into a confident performance.
Yeah. And we'll do this by looking at a practical professional English toolkit.
Distilled from the journey of Sarah Jenkins. She's our protagonist navigating a big interview.
For a marketing manager role, right?
That's the one. At our target company, we'll follow her prep and her actual interview performance.
Okay, let's break it down. Where does it all begin? The source talks about groundwork, the due diligence phase.
Yeah, and Sarah gets this. The performance starts way before you walk in the door. Immediately.
It's not just about looking at the company website 5 minutes before, is it?
Oh, definitely not. It's much more granular. Due diligence means learning the company's internal language, their dialect almost.
How they talk.
Precisely. So Sarah didn't just read the mission statement, which is more about their current why.
Okay.
She really dug into the vision statement, where they're aiming to go, the aspirational future.
Makes sense.
And she didn't stop there. She analyzed recent press releases, earnings reports.
So she's actively looking for patterns, recurring words, concepts.
Exactly that. Identifying the corporate vernacular.
Like what kind of terms did she notice?
Well, the source notes she picked up on the heavy use of things like agile methodology, synergy, customer-centric, stuff like that.
Right. The goal being
The goal is that when she speaks, she sounds like she already belongs, like an insider.
not an outsider, a tourist.
Exactly. Yeah. Using their language, even subtly, it just signals you fit, strategically and culturally.
And I imagine that level of detail puts you way ahead of most candidates.
Oh, absolutely. It shows you've really invested the effort to understand them and their challenges.
Okay, so that's the company language. What about the people? Sarah researched her interviewers too, right? Mr. Harrison and Miss Carter?
Yes, crucial step. She used tools, probably LinkedIn, to kind of build a profile for each.
Now what did she figure out?
Well, she deduced that Mr. Harrison, the veteran, likely given his background, focused on results. He'd probably prioritize strategy, ROI, hard numbers, quantifiable stuff.
Okay, the bottom line guy.
Pretty much. Whereas Miss Carter, who was an internal promotion, maybe posting about team leadership. So more focused on collaboration, culture.
Yeah.
That was Sarah's deduction, yeah. Soft skills, company values, teamwork.
And that insight is gold, strategically. But the etiquette point here is key, isn't it?
Absolute critical.
You use this knowledge to tailor your answers, hit Harrison's ROI points, Carter's teamwork notes, but you never say.
I saw on your LinkedIn. No, never.
Right. That just crosses a line. It goes from prepared to kind of creepy.
Definitely creepy. So all this prep work, it funnels into handling those tough behavioral questions.
The classic, tell me about a time when.
Exactly. And for those, you need the STAR method. It's a framework.
Situation, task, action, result, STAR.
That's it.
And why is this so important?
Well, it takes what could be a long, rambling story
Yeah, we've all heard those.
and structures it. Makes it concise, professional, and powerful.
Let's use Sarah's example. Product launch scenario. How did she structure it?
Okay, so situation. Simple and clear, market share was declining.
The problem.
Right, the task. Develop a go-to-market strategy to fix that decline.
The objective.
Now, the action section. This is where the professional language really needs to shine.
This is what you did.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
can't be passive here. No, I helped out or I was involved in.
So what did Sarah say?
She was specific. I orchestrated a multi-channel digital campaign, leveraged data analytics, collaborated cross-functionally with sales. See the difference.
Much stronger. And you mentioned power verbs. That's key here, right?
Absolutely. Those verbs are linguistic nuggets. We need to get rid of weak ones like managed or worked on.
Okay, give us some strong alternatives instead of managed.
Try spearheaded or directed, coordinated, oversaw,
Okay. What about improved?
optimized, streamlined, enhanced, revitalized. It shows impact and ownership.
Got it. And Sarah's result. It needs to be measurable, right?
Always. Hers was impactful.
Yeah.
A 200% increase in qualified leads
Wow.
and a 15% lift in market share within the quarter.
That's the payoff. Strong verbs, clear actions, measurable results. It turns your answer into a mini business case for hiring you.
Precisely. Mastering STAR means you're not just listing skills, you're demonstrating competent execution under pressure.
Okay, so preparation is locked down. Now, the actual interview day, delivery. You mentioned the soft interview, the part before the real questions even start.
Yes, and it begins with punctuality. The golden rule. Arrive 10 minutes early.
Why 10 minutes specifically? Why not earlier?
Good question. Arriving, say, 30 minutes early can actually be awkward. It signals maybe neediness or poor planning, puts pressure on the receptionist.
Right, makes sense. And obviously being late
A
is...
non-starter. Shows disrespect for their time. 10 minutes just hits that sweet spot, allows you to compose yourself without being a burden.
Okay, so you're there 10 minutes early. The first 5 minutes you say are crucial for judging demeanor.
Absolutely. It starts the moment you interact with anyone, and especially with handshake.
Ah, the handshake, the universal sign. What's the standard?
Firm, brief,
Mm.
and really importantly, direct eye contact. It conveys confidence and respect.
And the source had a practical tip for sweaty palms.
Ah, yes. A common issue when you're nervous. Sarah knew this about herself. The tip is simple. Discreetly dry your palms just before you walk in. Maybe on your trousers or skirt.
A small thing, but it avoids that awkward, clammy handshake moment, keeps the confidence up.
Exactly. Now let's talk small talk. Questions about traffic, the weather.
It's not just filler, is it?
Not at all. It's a test. A composure test. Can you stay positive and poised, even with minor annoyances?
So how did Sarah handle it if Mrs. Carter mentioned the dreary day?
Pure strategy. Sarah immediately reframed it. Something like, actually, it's a great day to be inside discussing such an exciting opportunity with Innovate Solutions.
Positive spin. Shows enthusiasm, focus, ready to go.
Precisely. And that positive tone sets you up perfectly for the next big moment.
Which is often the first real question. Tell me about yourself.
Right. And this is your cue, your invitation to deliver your elevator pitch, your professional value proposition.
Key constraints here. Time. Content.
Time is critical, under 90 seconds. And content. It is not your life story.
Okay, so what is it? Sarah used a template.
A very effective three-part structure. Part 1, the present.
What you're doing now?
Yes, like I'm currently honing my expertise in data-driven digital campaign management.
Your current focus.
Okay. Part 2,
The past. This is where you slot in a powerful, quantified achievement, ideally one of your polished star stories.
reuse the prep work.
In my previous role, I spearheaded a campaign that resulted in a 30% increase in user engagement. Concrete result.
Got it. Present, past, part 3.
The future. This is crucial. It ties everything together. You explicitly link your skills, your passion, your past achievements to this specific role and this specific company's mission or culture.
So you're drawing a direct line from your experience to their needs.
Exactly. You're showing them how your past success becomes their future success.
It's like presenting yourself not just as a candidate, but as a professional peer whose career path is naturally intersecting with their opportunity. That is the mindset shift. You're fitting yourself into their narrative, not waiting for them to figure out where you might fit.
Okay, that's powerful. Moving deeper into the interview now. Proving competence. Resilience. Let's look at handling difficult scenarios. Conflict resolution. Mrs. Carter asks Sarah about a disagreement with a colleague. How did she approach that?
Conflict questions are really about maturity and problem-solving skills. Sarah talked about a disagreement, I think it was with a graphic designer, over creative direction.
Common scenario.
Right. Her strategy wasn't about winning the argument. It was about achieving consensus.
So what was her action, according to Starr?
She proposed they step back, look at objective data together, maybe A/B test results, and then workshop a hybrid design based on that evidence.
Smart. Using data as a common ground removes the emotion.
Exactly. And the result, it was twofold. They created a hybrid design that actually outperformed the initial projections by 10%, I think.
Hey.
And importantly, the working relationship was strengthened, not damaged. She used professional terms here too, like achieving consensus, exceeding KPIs.
Quick aside, KPIs. For anyone unfamiliar.
Good point. KPI just stands for Key Performance Indicator. It's basically a measurable value showing how effectively a company or a project is hitting key business objectives. So exceeding KPIs means exceeding goals.
Perfect. So she used the language of business results.
Right. Now another tough area, handling failure. Accountability is tested here.
When they ask about a project that didn't go well, what's the key?
The absolute key is to shift the focus immediately from the mistake itself to the learning experience. The result has to be about learning and improvement.
So Sarah didn't get defensive.
No. not at all. She detailed how she conducted a post-mortem analysis after the failure.
Okay, post-mortem analysis. Sounds a bit dramatic. What does that mean in business?
Huh, yeah, it does sound intense. It's simply a formal, objective review. After something finishes, project, event, whatever, you figure out what happened, why it happened, and crucially, how to prevent it from happening again or improve next time. It takes the emotion out, focuses on facts.
Shows maturity, critical thinking.
Exactly. And Sarah used those findings to pivot the strategy for the next quarter, showed proactivity.
And something else the source mentioned, it's okay to pause before answering these complex questions, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's not a speed test.
Yeah.
Taking a brief moment, maybe saying, that's a thoughtful question. Let me just think of the best example.
That shows you're deliberate, not just blurting something out.
Precisely. It demonstrates composure. You're processing, not panicking.
Okay. That composure leads us nicely into the ultimate tightrope walk, the greatest weakness question.
Ah, yes, the dreaded weakness question. The goal here is not a full confession of some fatal flaw.
No. What is it, though?
It's about showing self-awareness. And, really importantly, coachability. You have to show you know yourself and you're working on improving.
And definitely avoid the cliches, right? Like, I'm a perfectionist.
Please, yes, avoid that one at all costs, or anything that's actually essential for the job.
So what did Sarah do? The source mentions a formula.
Yes, a smart one. First, state a real but manageable weakness. Ideally, one that stems from a positive trait.
Example.
Sarah apparently said she could be overly collaborative, which sounds positive, but...
The downside is it can slow down decision-making.
Exactly. It's a believable weakness with a clear consequence, but then comes the critical part.
The solution.
The proactive solution. You must show what you are actively doing to mitigate that weakness.
So Sarah didn't just state the weakness, she
explained she'd implemented a system, specifically the RCI matrix, to clarify roles early on and keep projects moving efficiently.
Hold on. RCI matrix, another bit of jargon. What is that?
RACI. It stands for Responsible, Accountable, Consulted, Informed. It's a management tool to make roles and responsibilities crystal clear on tasks or deliverables.
Ah, okay. So by mentioning RCI, Sarah showed
She understood the root cause of her weakness, slowing things down, found a recognized professional solution, RACI, and actively implemented it.
She turned a potential negative into a story about process improvement and self-management.
That's the move. Turning self-awareness into a strategic advantage.
Brilliant. Okay, we're nearing the end of the interview, the strategic close. They inevitably ask, do you have any questions for us? What's the only correct answer?
The only correct answer is yes. Always yes.
Why is this so important?
This is where the dynamic shifts again. You stop being just the interviewee. You become a professional peer, evaluating them and the opportunity just as much as they're evaluating you. It shows engagement, intellectual curiosity.
Okay. What kinds of questions should you ask? Sarah had categories.
Yeah, high-caliber questions, not just what's the salary, though you need that info eventually.
Right.
She asked about team dynamics, maybe directed at Ms. Carter, showing interest in culture.
Good one. What else?
For Mr. Harrison, perhaps, she asked about results. Like, what's the single most important milestone for this role in the first 6 to 12 months?
Shows you're focused on their goals, on delivering value quickly.
Exactly. Then, questions about growth, professional development, and career progression. Signals you're thinking long-term with them.
And finally, the practical stuff.
Right, logistics. You need to know the onboarding process, the decision timeline. That's perfectly fine to ask towards the end.
Okay, questions asked. Now, the actual exit. How do you leave strong?
The graceful exit. It needs a strong closing statement in person. Thank them sincerely. Reiterate your strong interest in the role, and maybe just briefly, one last time, connect one of your key skills directly to one of their stated needs or goals you discussed.
Reinforce the match.
Exactly. Leave them with that final positive impression. But it's not over yet.
The follow-up. The thank you email.
Crucial. Absolutely critical. And the source stresses two things: promptness and personalization.
Promptness means...
Same day. Send it that afternoon if possible. Shows keenness and professionalism.
And personalization. Sarah sent separate emails.
Yes. Separate personalized emails to Mr. Harrison and Ms. Carter. Not a generic blast.
What makes it personalized? Just using their name?
More than that. The key is the hook. You need to reference a specific point from your conversation with that specific person.
Okay, like that.
For example, with Mr. Harrison, maybe she referenced his comment about expanding into new markets, and then she reiterated how her specific skills, like data-driven campaign management, would be a direct asset in achieving that particular goal.
Got it. It shows you were listening intently and it connects you directly back to their specific business challenges. Makes the email memorable.
Totally. It ensures it's not just another generic thank you note. It keeps you top of mind and reinforces your value proposition for them.
Okay, so if we pull all these threads together, what's the core message here?
I think the main takeaway is that the job interview, even a high-stakes one, isn't some mysterious, unpredictable interrogation.
It's more structured, predictable.
Yes, it's fundamentally a business conversation with recognizable patterns and expectations. And if you master the language, the etiquette, these strategic steps we've discussed, you can navigate it confidently. You can showcase your competence consistently
It's about controlling the narrative, in a way.
in a big way. And the source makes another interesting point. Ultimately, the immediate outcome, getting that specific job, might matter less than the process you master.
How so?
Because by adopting this level of preparation, by commanding professional language, by maintaining that strategic poise, you're fundamentally learning how to communicate value in any high-stakes professional setting, not just interviews.
So the skills are transferable.
Hugely transferable.
Yeah.
This knowledge, this approach, it moves you beyond just being one applicant among many.
It establishes you as, what? A serious professional.
A serious professional peer. The source even suggests that reaching this level of command is learning the language of executive presence.
And that fundamentally shifts the power dynamic. You're no longer just asking for a job. You're discussing a potential partnership.
That's it exactly.
Yeah.
So now you, the listener, you have the blueprint. You have the refined toolkit laid out.
It's about putting it into practice now, preparing for that next performance.
Exactly. Time to prepare.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.